you can't speak your mind in a state job like that.
Yep. All right, I'm here with the big dog, one of my brand new, well, not brand new agents, one of my newer agents.
Somewhat new, yeah.
Introduce yourself.
I'm Brendan Manning with Home and Key.
Group.
Home and Key Group, LPT Realty.
Yeah.
Been doing it for 6 months. Love it.
Hold on. I want to get back to this because people need to hear this because this is, Mark was just talking about, when you came to me, you had a pretty, what society would call, I didn't mean to pump the brakes on you, but that's important. Like, you literally came to me, you had a job that people would kill to get. Yeah?
Absolutely, yeah. I was just going to say that, yeah.
And so, what got you to even look? I mean, tell me what you were in law enforcement.
I was in law enforcement for 15 years, started at the jail at Bristol County, went into the courts for 8 years, and just...
Which is hard.
Yeah.
It's not hard. It's hard to get in.
Yeah.
Like, that's not an easy job. And it's like, that's a well-respected job.
Busting your ass in the academy.
Right.
I mean, it was tough.
So what got you to look, well, first off, listen, I worked in a prison for 20 years, so I know why you were looking to get out, so to speak. But what got you to look at real estate?
Well, it started with problems at work with management. I didn't agree with things, and you can't speak your mind in a state job like that.
Yep.
So that, I wanted more money. I didn't think we got paid enough. That's basically it. And more family time too. You have an adjustable schedule that you can make, which is nice.
So you come to me, we have a meeting. I remember I was still over on Bethel Street.
It's like an hour and a half, yeah.
Right? And I showed you what we did, right? What we do, which we really do the same thing today. We've had some tool changes, some technology change, but the process is really the same, right? And I remember telling you, like, you got to quit your job.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, it's funny. And so we met, and then before you really joined, it was quite some, you hadn't even taken the test yet, I don't think.
We met in October. I didn't take the test until January, February. And
then there was a couple calls that you're like, can I really do, right?
Yeah.
Can I really do this? Like, can I really make an income? Can I sustain, I have a wife and kids and a mortgage and all that other stuff. And am I going to be able to do this? And I would, look, if you do what I tell you to do, you're going to be just fine.
Yep.
So you come on board, and now we're about 6 months in. And so you have nothing else to compare it to, right? So you only have what you've been exposed to. But, like, in that short period of time, if I'm not mistaken, you've already had 2 closings.
2 closings,
you got 1 or 2 under
one under contract, and then 1
and
listing.
And a brand new listing at, like, almost $900,000. I'm like, you know what makes me laugh? I never listed a property. Oh, I'm lying. I listed one property like that. And I've been doing this for 23, 24 years. So that's pretty cool. But share with people, like, what does it take? What does it really take to do it? Like, what are you doing on a day-to-day basis?
I make sure I set aside, an hour to 2 to make my calls. I like to look on Zillow a lot, for hot clients who are ready to buy. I like to look at the listings, see what's available, just in case, we miss something, or if our emails aren't being sent, or whatever it may be, just to help them out too. Try to follow up with new leads, try to make sure, if I can find them something or whatever they're looking for. A lot of times, they might not pick up, but keep trying.
That's it.
I know for a while though, I was definitely doubting. I don't know why I did it.
Yeah.
I was about to go back, well, not go back to the courts, but I was thinking about, like, did I make the right decision? And absolutely made the right decision.
So, I mean, you're in an environment that I think is, maybe because it's my team, I feel, I have this pride thing, but, like, we have a really high producing environment of success, right?
Yeah.
Whether it be brand new or, been around for a while. And what do you think some of the things that have been helpful to you to be able to do what you've done, and maybe more importantly, to not quit and give up?
Everyone in the office. I mean, there isn't one person that's not helpful in that office. Everyone works together. Everyone's on the same team. Everyone's got a positive attitude. I mean, it's just
that's not
down the line. No,
that's not
down the line. I mean, it's just. I mean, for example, Liz was one of them who for a while I was like, yeah, I can't do this. And She was like, "You'll get it, you'll get it, you'll get it." Kept saying, and I got one, and then I wanted more, and I kept going. I'm still going. I mean, don't have a crazy amount right now, but I'm working on it.
Well, and let's be honest. Like I can't remember who I was meeting with. And I said I had a new agent in the office that I was interviewing. I said, how many hours a week are you really working? Right. I mean, like you got a pretty flexible schedule. Yeah. You can do as much or as little as you want to do, and really the level of success comes based on your activities, you know. So, but like as a guy with the kids and a wife, and they're active in sports and stuff. Right? Plus you coach,
and I'm coaching. Yeah,
you're coaching. Yeah. So this allows you the opportunity.
That's another thing that made a decision for me too. Is now in the fall I can actually spend some time coaching because I go coach for a couple hours. I get out if I need to make phone calls. I make phone calls at 5 at night. It still works out the same way.
Once you really get rocking and rolling, because it's hard, you know, you don't have we call a full pipeline. You'll see as that pipeline gets more seasoned and longer, it's going to get, and your skills are going to get better. I mean, you know.
I've already noticed
Listen, we've had, right, look, I tell everybody, I don't care how good you are, Tom Brady was arguably the best quarterback to ever step on the football field, right? Maybe Patrick Mahomes right
Tough
there,
to admit as a Dolphins fan, but yes.
Right, okay, right. Well, even your guy now, he's really good, right? The left-handed slinger there. Tua. He's got some tools, too.
He does.
But, like, at the end of the day, Tom Brady still threw interceptions. Pat Mahomes still throws interceptions. Right. Tua still, right? And then what do? We go back to the bench. We sit with the quarterback coach. We go over the iPad. And
they study the film.
We do that in our office, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, look, you had a couple things that have come up. You're like, man, I got beat on this, right? And that's okay. It's a learning lesson, right?
Yep.
But I think one of the things I love about our environment, it's a safe environment where we can all get better together, where we're supposed to get better. Well, see, you're an athlete. You're a coach, so you know. We got to do those things in the practice field, not on game day. Mm-hmm. Let's try to minimize our mistakes by practicing, you know, week in and week out until we get to the Super Bowl and we can execute at a high level. So, you know, I love coaching agents, as you know. I say it all the time. That's what gets me juiced. So, I mean, coming from a background that I had, I mean, look at, I don't know what your education, I got 12th grade education.
Same.
Right? So, like, we got the same bald heads,
similar background,
right?
Yeah.
We got a better beard. I can't grow the beard, right? But, I mean, for the love of God, the world is at your fingertips. If you just, you know, you just keep doing what you're doing, you're going to be perfectly fine. You're doing a great job. It's a pleasure to watch somebody like you come from a background, no sales, right?
No clue what I was doing. No clue.
And to come in and do as well as you, and I can already see where you're going to go. I'll ask you this. I've asked everybody that stepped in here because I want to get, and this is great to get it from a brand new agent's perspective, right? Hey, you come in, you got NAR, the big changes with that. Mm-hmm. Whoa, right? Were you prepared for? Do you feel like you were well prepared for that?
Oh, absolutely. After meetings and doing stuff in the office, absolutely.
Right. So,
but I remember hearing about it at first, and I was like, "What is this?"
The world is over as we know it. And so, right, we prepared ourselves for that. But then, like now, and then all of a sudden, boom! I make this big shift where we're partnering up with the fastest growing real estate company in the United States ever in the history of it, right? And like, so you, from a newer agent's perspective, what do you see that gets you excited about that partnership?
Being able to have marketing tools now.
There's not a single person that hasn't said that.
I couldn't afford many things before, and now it's become easier for me. Definitely another great mind like yourself in the business who, you know, you can learn from, and then you bring it to us. And there's those two things mainly.
You feel like you got the support that you need to succeed?
Oh, absolutely.
That's critical.
Yeah. Because when I have questions, everyone's right there to help. Mm-hmm. I can reach out to anyone at any time, and it's
the big thing with our company.
That's the best part of that office. Yeah.
Awesome. You like it there?
I love it.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining me and sharing your story.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Boom.